The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lehan. A lawmaker has filed a resolution seeking to probe the Quezon City government over their supposed purchase of overpriced face shields. A Nakalusugan representative, Mike Defensor, said he received reports that the LGU paid 600% higher than the suggested retail price. Defensor added that 400,000 face shields were bought for 27 million pesos. That is 67 pesos and 50 cents for every face shield, as compared to the prevailing price of 10 pesos apiece in Binondo, Manila. Defensor identified the supplier as the Strength Medical and Drug Supply, a single proprietorship, and he said that the purchase did not go through public bidding, which could have pointed out the irregularity. The Office of the Vice President has defended the Commission audit with its controversial reports. VP Lenny Robredo said officials must not be offended whenever state auditors call out deficiencies in the spending of their agencies. Robredo added that they must be willing to face the reports up front to comply with the procedure to be transparent to the public. Remarks came after President Duterte and Health Chief Francisco Duque lashed out at the COA for its annual reports. The OVP, meanwhile, has received the highest audit rating among all government agencies for the third straight year.
Hindi natin dapat minamasama yung mga reports na to. In fact, binibigyan pa nga tayo ng opportunity na sumagot, na magpaliwanag, na maging mas transparent sa systems and processes natin.
The breakthrough study from Singapore found that SARS survivors who received COVID-19 vaccines produced unexpected antibodies that could counter coronavirus variants. Let's watch this video from Bloomberg.
That was really unexpected, but important discovery. Based on our data, there is a glimpse of hope now. We can really develop an efficient pan-sabecovirus vaccine. We're going to work on two vaccine candidates. I call them the third generation. The first generation, the Wuhan strain. The second generation is the variant, whether it's beta or delta. And the third generation is we're going to target all sabecovirus, If you can get this third generation vaccine as a boost shot, you should be protected against the known and unknown variants, but also for the first time maybe we can do something really in the context of pandemic preparedness. Because if the SARS-3, SARS-4 comes from that, Sabeco group, then by using this prime boost strategy, you should be protected against the virus currently circulating in bats and pangolins,
We'll bring you more stories after a quick break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lehan. Crematoriums in Biñan, Laguna are getting overwhelmed as COVID-19 deaths in the city continue to rise. Meanwhile, a molecular lab in Tuguegarao City is scrambling to process piles of COVID-19 tests. JC Kosik with the story.
Aldrin is the only cremator on duty in this crematorium in Biñan, Laguna. He admits that his work has become heavier as more cadavers are being delivered each day. Most of the remains are of COVID-19 patients.
Siyam po kada araw, pero bumababa po minsan. Sa pagpasok pa lang po ng patay, napakahirap na po.
Because of fear of virus transmission, many of Aldrin's workmates decided to resign. But bodies for cremation continue to pile up. As of now, Biñan records at least 2 COVID-19 deaths per day, according to the City Health Office.
Tuloy-tuloy yung tawag sa amin. Plano naming mag-close ng 5 p.m. pero may tatawag sa amin, pwede po bang pa-cremate po ng body na to, COVID positive po, within 12 hours kailangan ma-cremate. So wala kaming choice kundi tanggapin.
The crematorium is so overwhelmed. Freezers for cadavers are also full.
Yung capacity niya talaga, hindi na niya kaya at kailangan niya ng lead time. Dahil for a cadaver to be processed, I don't know, for the cadaver to be fully cremated, mga 3 to 4 hours ang kailangan.
The local government of Biñan bought its own freezer to store the overflow of cadavers. They expect to receive it this week. For the meantime, there's still enough space in Biñan's columbariums and cemeteries, which means they do not need to prepare a mass grave anytime soon. If crematoriums are overwhelmed in Laguna, this molecular lab in Tuguegarao is also having a problem handling the rising number of specimens for testing. This comes as the provincial government intensifies its testing efforts as cases surge in Cagayan. With that, the number of specimens being brought to the molecular laboratory has also increased. Municipal health workers have to fall in line just to deliver samples.
Halos by the 100 po ang dumarating na specimen sa amin. Ngayon pa man, tayo pa rin po ang dagsaan ng mga specimens dahil dito sa ating molecular lab, meron po tayong 4 na machine na ginagamit dyan. No? Dati kasi, nung wala pa itong surge, no? Kaya po namin hanggang 600 to 800 specimens a day. Pero ngayon, dahil nga dyan sa maraming contact tracing na ginagawa, talagang tumaas din yung volume ng specimen na tinatanggap natin. Kaya medyo bumagal po yung turnaround time.
The number of new COVID-19 deaths in Cagayan has remained in double digits for more than a week. The current death toll is 632. Like other LGUs, Governor Manuel Mamba has ordered the preparation of mass burial sites. There's no crematorium in the province, which means they have to rely on the one located in Isabela.
No, and I am now also asking, I have asked my provincial engineering, no, na maghanap dun sa mga properties namin ang pwedeng gamitin na mass burial site kung sakaling hindi kaya ng town, pwedeng dalhin doon no, any time of the day para makapag-operate.
Tuguegarao City has the most number of active COVID cases in Cagayan Valley, with more than 1,000. Governor Mamba says he kept reminding the LGU to develop a new strategy for quarantine, as current home quarantines do not seem to be effective in controlling transmissions. For the governor, it's best to open up an isolation facility in the city so the community will not be compromised and hospitals will not reach full capacity. Tuguegarao Mayor Jefferson Soriano, who's currently in isolation due to COVID-19 exposure, explains they do not want to open up an isolation unit in their barangays due to a lack of manpower. Soriano also believes that an isolation facility could lead to more transmissions. For News 5, JC Kosiko, we are One News.
Time now to take a quick look at today's other top stories. Quarantine passes are no longer needed in Metro Manila during the modified ECQ period from August 21 to 31. But the capital's curfew hours of 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. will remain. As for a liquor ban, this will still be upon the LGU's discretion. The House Committee on Public Accounts has resumed its probe into the Health Department's questionable handling of pandemic funds. During the hearing, it was revealed that the DOH asked the Budget Department's procurement service to secure COVID-19 vaccines in its behalf back on January 25. But the DBMPS said it denied the DOH's request. It also noted that no funds were transferred for that supposed procurement. And in weather, tropical depression Isang has slightly intensified while moving over the Philippine Sea. In Pag-asa's forecast, Isang will further intensify into a tropical storm on Saturday before leaving the Philippine area of responsibility on Sunday. Pag-asa noted that Isang is neither causing rain nor enhancing the southwest monsoon. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Do visit our website, onenews.ph, for in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News.